Great, everyone. We're just about to get started. Just letting a few people come on in. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Afternoon, actually. Depends on where you are. All right. All right. It is 1:01. I want to be PM Central. I want to be cognizant of everyone's time. Welcome to this month's chapter marketing meetup. Today, we're discussing blogs and putting them to use for your chapter. I'm Gina Florzak, the CCIM Institute's Manager of Content Strategy and Publications. And with me is Ashley Land, our Communications Specialist with the CCIM Institute. We're going to go through the presentation today, and of course, we will have some time for Q&A after. Feel free to use the Q&A function at the bottom of the screen to ask questions throughout. We will be answering them a bit later. We are recording today's chapter marketing meetup, and it will be available on the chapter marketing resources page. Oh. So as I said, I am Gina Florzak, Manager of Content Strategy and Publications. I've been with the CCIM Institute for about 2 years now. I have more than 20 years marketing and communications experience. And then the rest of the communication team, we have Ashley Bland with us. She's, again, our communication specialist. She's new to the CCIM Institute. So we're very excited to have her with us. Her responsibilities are content writing and editing. She's the CCIM Institute Foundation communication person. She does digital storytelling, communication strategy, and copywriting. And then another member of our team who is not with us today is Caitlin Carter. She is our marketing coordinator. She has been with the CCIM Institute for just about a year. And she does our social media. She helps with blogs, podcast assistance, and the CCIM Institute's magazine contributor. She helps with visual storytelling and our trade shows. That's our team. All right. So, blogs. Why blogs? With 77% of internet users reading blogs regularly, blogging is still alive and thriving. 55% of businesses use blogging as their #1 content marketing strategy. So unlike social media, a really well-written blog will continue to provide you with benefits long after it's published. We'll talk a little bit about how. But here are 10 reasons why blogging is important and how blogs can play a vital role in the success of your content marketing strategy. So blogs create brand awareness. They're a great way to broaden your site for visitors beyond people who are specifically searching for your chapter, while still keeping within your target audience. They also provide your expertise. With so many options available, the best way to stand out from the crowd is to be an expert, right? So one of the best ways to do this is to write a blog and share your expertise in the field and your unique take on topics. So if you have a particular expert in your chapter that can help you write a blog, or if you have a specific event that's coming up and you have a sponsor that has a particular expertise in an area, a blog about that would be a great idea. So your site visitors will feel a lot more confident reading your material and going to your chapter events if they feel that you can prove your credibility, okay? Next one is educate over selling. The days of making or using flashy buy now, register now as a marketing strategy are really over. People see through that stuff now, but you can use your blogs to educate your audience about something that interests them, and then find a way to link it back to your chapter. Blogs are also a great way to boost your search rankings. If you want to rank higher in search engines, you need to answer your visitors' questions. What's the best way to do that? A blog. Google ranks content based on what it thinks is informative and valuable to its users. So if you can maintain a blog which helps inform and educate your target audience, you'll start to see your website climb to the top of the search results, right? Especially in your local area. Google also loves fresh content. So the more you post, the more your chances of improving your search engine optimization. In fact, websites with blogs have a 430% more indexed pages than those without. So that is 434% more opportunities to rank higher than other businesses or other chapter for other organizations in your local area. Number 5, broaden your SEO keywords. SEO, for those that do not know, means search engine optimization. Blogging is a great opportunity to target for all those niche or long-tailored keywords that your website wouldn't rank for otherwise. You can use blogs and those keywords to broaden your and really beef up your copy. And it helps with search queries. So if you use a certain keyword considerably, I wouldn't say too much, but if you use it 3 or 4 times in your blog, it's more likely to be picked up because of the search engine optimization. And that will also give you search engine optimization, excuse me, also gives you higher ranks in your with Google search. And if people like to share your blog or make comments on your blog, that will also help too, because it provides an opportunity for the search engines to see that your content is liked and shared. And that goes into number 6, inspire your social media. Every blog post you publish can be shared to social media. This is not only a great way to fill in your social media calendar, but it'll also help drive more visitors to your website. So the more blog posts you publish, the more opportunities you're providing for your visitors to share your content, as I mentioned just a minute ago. It's also free, and it creates more awareness around your brand and your credibility. Number 7 is to grow your email list. We all know that email lists are where the conversations are at. So email lists remind your customers you exist. Every time you send an email out, you have your newsletters, you have your messages about upcoming education, upcoming events, but not everybody needs your product now, or your event now. But what they do need is to keep being reminded of who you are. So how do you persuade them to subscribe to your email list? A blog, right? You say, hey, we got all of this great content. We're providing free expertise to you. Sign up for our newsletters, sign up for our blog, information about our blogs, and then you can continue to use this as a lead gen opportunity. And then number 8, it humanizes your chapter. So with so many businesses trying to appear professional on the internet, it's easy for customers to forget that there are real people behind those businesses and those chapters, right? So this is where your chapter can really have an edge over those larger competitors. So as a chapter itself, you can take advantage of blogging as the personality of your chapter, right? This will promote trust and help you develop a personal connection with people who are visiting your site. It also, go back. Apologies. It also generates leads after publishing. So one of the main benefits of blogging over social media is that it can be found on Google, like I kept mentioning before, but social media posts quickly go stagnant. There's so many posts happening every minute, right? So people see it once and then it goes down to their feed a little farther and farther down within the first 10 minutes that it's posted. But blogs are there, they're constant. they're there, and you can archive them, you can catalog them. They're a part of your chapter's website, but also part of a publication, right? So that work that you have, you can also use it in other ways. So you can take parts of blog content and use it in the social media, or you can use it in your newsletters, or you can print it out and use it at your events. So it's another, it's blogs are a great little mini publications you can continue to use over time. And then finally, they collect customer feedback and opinions. So even if your visitors don't voice their opinions on your blog, they don't give feedback, you can still find valuable information in your viewer demographics online, Google Analytics. You can start to see what types of posts and what types of blogs people are really drawn to. People are reading. People are reading the whole thing. You can see how long someone stays on a web page in Google Analytics. So you can really find and discover what topics are really important to them. Right. So things to think about when writing your blog. You want to be informative. So information is everywhere, but that gives your blog a purpose. It's the message you want to convey to your audience. We are focused on commercial real estate, so inform them about relevant topics that are going on within the economy, the local economy. Anything that's going on with your sponsors can help you get some information and insight for your blogs. But you want to create a clear and concise focus and determine every time you're writing, you need to think about who you're writing to, right? And what do you feel confident speaking on? And why is the content that you're writing important to share? You also want to write to persuade. So what do you want your audience to know? Do you want them to act on a particular event that you want them to attend? Do you want them to pay their membership dues? Do you want them to continue a conversation? Do you want to have a back and forth? Do you want to ask a question? Right? What do you want from them? You need to think about that as you're writing your content. And do you want to bring awareness to a cause or maybe a trend in the market? Again, going back to all of that economic, information that you can provide, or if you have an economist in your area that might be able to provide insights on the local region or economy or area that you're in. Do you want to direct them on a specific source of information? Maybe you want to write about a CCIM Institute event, right? Or a member in a specific member that has received an award, or you have received an award within your chapter. But you do have to have a specific source of information. And it really needs to be, if you're going to write about something that you want to write to persuade, it has to be authentic. It has to be real. And then another thing to think about too is entertaining. How do you want people to feel coming away from writing or reading your blog? Emotion drives storytelling. So you can include personal touch points. And then just create a story, just like when we learned when we were in elementary school. There has to be a beginning, a middle, and an end to the blog. But the rule of three here, a pattern of storytelling that creates a rhythm, a flow, and has a concrete message at the very end. Okay. All right, now I am going to let Ashley take it away here, and she'll talk about what happens once you get your blog.
Yes, thank you, Gina. So hello, everyone. So you have your blog, now what? Right now, I want to let you all know 3 different ways that you could utilize social media to promote your blog. So here we have an example of one of our blog posts from CCIM member Jeremy Norman that we did a while back. And LinkedIn is the first one that we have. And, LinkedIn is more of a professional social media platform for business and employees to interact and connect. So this is an example of a way that you can communicate your blog via LinkedIn. So for example, it reads, post your blog, or for example, in his 20 years as a real estate professional, Jeremy Norman, CCIM, has achieved great success. He is currently the CEO of Norman and Associates Real Estate Solutions, the largest privately owned African American real estate company in the nation. Learn more about Jeremy Norman, CCIM, his path to the CCIM pin as a cultural diversity and education program recipient, and what he considers to be his proudest career accomplishments. And then, of course, you would post the URL and link to the blog to go directly there. All right, next slide. Our second platform is Facebook, one of the original platforms, and people use Facebook to connect with friends and family more so, but also you can connect with businesses, um, coworkers, employees, business partners, and things like that. So it can still be professional, but a little slightly informal compared to LinkedIn. And so an example of how you would create a social media post for Facebook is we had the opportunity to sit down with Jeremy Norman, CCIM and CEO of Norman and Associates Real Estate Solution, the largest privately owned African American real estate company in the nation. Norman considers his CCIM designation to be one of his greatest accomplishments, and he credits his success to the CCIM Institute's Cultural Diversity and Education Program and motivation from his peers. Learn more about Jeremy Norman CCIM's humble beginnings, and then you have the link to the blog, and you can tell that it has more emotion in that version compared to the LinkedIn. All right, next slide. And last but not least, we have Twitter. Now in 200, or Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, now X, within 280 characters. I know it's a very small window, but the benefits of Twitter X is that you're able to get thoughts across to a larger platform. I feel as though you're able to reach business professionals directly. As you know, there have been examples of people tagging celebrities and celebrities reach back to you directly. So I would say that's one of the benefits of promoting, anything on Twitter X. So an example would be a more diverse workforce brings fresh perspectives, innovative ideas, and a broader range of experience to the table. And that is a quote from Jeremy Norman, CCIM. So you have sort of like a tidbit of what the blog is about, and it gives you it tells who the blog is about and gives a quote of from his perspective, and then you would incorporate the URL from there. So yes, next slide please. So now you have all of this information about how to create your blog and how to promote it. Here are a few extra tips to help with your blogging process. So the first thing, my favorite form of advertising is word of mouth. Word of mouth can go so far because you're directly speaking to someone and you're able to, the difference between social media and word of mouth is that you're able to portray and exude the emotion in what you are promoting directly to that person. So if you're out and about and you have a conversation with someone, you can bring your blog up or your business cards, when you're at a trade show, you can bring it up there. Business networking events, things like that. Those are great opportunities too. promote your blog. Also contributing within this network, within the CCIM Institute's network, Commercial Connections magazine, we're always looking for people to contribute, as well as with the podcast as well. And those are great opportunities to, increase your writing skills for the magazine, and then just also promote yourself via the podcast. Direct mail is in, I would say, an old school way, and I put business holiday cards. I know people still send out holiday cards and things like that, so that's one easy way to promote. And within that, the text, you would let people know, that, hey, in the new year I will be doing this, please look out for my blog. And we also have email your blog. If you already have an email platform or a listserv that connects with your network or within your business, you can promote your blog that way. And then also Substack is a more of a siloed blogging platform that connects with people directly via email instead of them having to reach out. You can reach out to them, and it goes straight to their inbox. And then also encourage your chapter members and CCIMs to like, follow, and share your posts online. So when you are creating those social media posts, you can also incorporate that tagline, and just to let people know, and if they would like to see more of your content, to like, share, and follow. The algorithm is key. That's all. And that is all that we have. I guess we can go to Q&A now.
Excellent. Thank you, Ashley. Well, it does look like we have some questions here. Both of us can take this one on, Ashley, I think. One of the questions that came through from Patrick is, what are the pros and cons of posting a blog article on a third-party platform like you talked about versus hosting the blog on the chapter's website? And then what if there are limited resources? So I can talk about the pros and cons of the chapter side, and you can touch on the social media side of it.
Okay.
So for me, the pros of posting on your chapter website are, again, you have those it's organic search engine optimization. So that's real content that people are seeing in their search bar when they Google your chapter or a keyword that's related to whatever your content is in your blog. You have search engine rankings there, so you can get more viewers, and you have more of an organic a feed into back into your chapter site. Also, it's another repository of information. So people, the more that you update your blog, the more people will keep coming back to your website to read the information, to think of you as a thought leader and the expert in a particular field. The cons of posting on your website, if you don't have the appropriate keywords, if you kind of just write to write, you may not be taking advantage of SEO, and people might be coming to your blog and not really getting a whole lot of information out of it, right? So then they're going to stop looking if they're feeling there's no benefit to reading it. So your blog really has to again, write, inform, persuade, and be that expert voice.
Yes. And in terms of social media, so a blog on your website, from what I've learned and experienced, is it's more of like a parking spot. So like what Gina said, if you don't have that optimization, it's not going to go as far, even though you do have those organic aspects of it. But I would say with social media, it sort of gives it a natural boost. If you are on Facebook, you already have family and friends who are already an audience, and bringing your blog to them automatically lets them know that you have something, and it will directly redirect them to your actual blog that is like a parking spot. And also with X, Twitter X, and TikTok, those platforms were created to sort of have a natural push to a larger network. So you're able to ride the wave of certain trends. I know with TikTok, that is a very trend heavy site. Um, there's still I'm not sure how you're able to promote a blog that way, but if you are a vlogger, video style, which is more so promoted on TikTok, that will be a great way to redirect people directly to your blog, especially if you're able to give like short form, I would say like short form tips and things like that. And you could just literally say, hey, if you would like more information about this, check out my website. So I would say social media definitely gives it a boost in promotion.
Excellent. And why not use both, right? Why not
Yeah.
post to your blog and use them both in tandem? We have another really great question from Stacy Griffin about the Institute's blog. So yeah, the CCIM Institute has a blog that we started about a year ago. And if you go to the Insight section on our new website, you will see our blogs and a list of all of our blogs that you can view and get some ideas from as well. Let's see. But we do have a question about other chapters. And yes, there are several other CCIM chapters who are taking advantage of blogs, and we can send a link to the participants, and we'll definitely make sure that you all see what they're doing, so you guys can get some examples on how to use blogs for your chapter. But they're all doing a great job.
And I want to answer one more question at the top from Ryan. Ryan asks, is a blog video or simply written text? So I want to go back to the TikTok statement that I was saying. So basically, blog is written text that would be more so on a personal website. However, with the power of social media, a lot of businesses create blogs directly on LinkedIn, or they will write a blog on their park website and then immediately post those on LinkedIn to sort of have cross promotion. But vlogging is a video form of blogging, and that's where YouTube comes in. People There's a great amount of information on YouTube. I call YouTube University, because there's so many how-to videos. You can learn how to do basically anything on YouTube. So if you are more of you're not camera shy and you want to do more of a video style vlogging, you can do that as well. And then if you also have written text, you can also redirect them either in the description of your videos, or as you can just tell them where to find your blogs. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, everyone. It's about time to wrap up, but thank you all for joining
Thank you
us.
all.
And just a reminder, this recording will be available on the Chapter Marketing Resources page. So don't forget to go there. You can look at this recording and all the previous recordings from our past chapter marketing meetups, as well as all the amazing resources we have available for you to use. Our next meetup will be February 15th at 1 p.m. Central. You can look for the topic and Zoom link in the coming weeks. And while you wait, take a few moments and give us your ideas for an upcoming chapter marketing meetup on our online poll. So you will find that link in our meeting requests and reminders for our chapter marketing resources. So if you have any questions, please continue to email us at chaptermarketing@ccim.com. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.